On the morning of June 30th, 1997, a teenage boy walks into a police station. He's not under arrest. He's not a suspect. He's there with his mother and father, thinking he's simply answering questions. But within minutes, he's separated from his parents and locked in a small, gray interrogation room. He doesn't know it yet, but his life is about to be stolen. And the person responsible isn't a stranger. It's family. Rodney Banks was just 17 years old, a quiet boy, respectful, not a troublemaker. He lived with his mother, father, and stepbrother in a working-class neighborhood. Money was tight, but they made it work. Rodney trusted his stepbrother, saw him almost as a second father figure. His stepbrother, however, carried secrets that would soon destroy Rodney's world. The stepbrother had married a local man, openly gay, charismatic, and well-liked in the community. To most, their marriage seemed stable, but behind closed doors it was anything but. The relationship was strained. Arguments about money, jealousy, and infidelity boiled beneath the surface. And soon, those tensions would spill over into violence. On a quiet evening, just days before Rodney's police station visit, the stepbrother's husband was found dead, beaten, strangled. The crime scene showed signs of rage: broken furniture, shattered glass, overturned chairs. Police suspected it was personal. The stepbrother told detectives he'd been out that night, but that Rodney had been home. He claimed Rodney had always acted strange around his husband, that maybe there had been tension. No real evidence, no witnesses, just words. But it was enough for detectives to bring Rodney in. And once inside that station, there was no turning back. The interrogation room was small, windowless. Two detectives sat opposite Rodney. They told him they already had proof he'd killed a man. They said his family knew. They promised he could go home if he just admitted it. For hours, they chipped away at him. He asked for his parents. They refused. He asked for a lawyer. They told him it would only make things worse. 17 years old, tired, hungry, scared, Rodney began to doubt himself. Maybe he'd done something he didn't remember. When they slid a confession in front of him, he signed it. The paper carried his name and his death sentence. Rodney's trial was swift. The confession, coerced but damning, was all the prosecution needed. There was no physical evidence linking him to the crime. No fingerprints, no DNA, but jurors saw this signed statement. And that was enough. The verdict: guilty of first-degree murder. The sentence: life in prison without the possibility of parole. 17 years old, condemned to die behind bars. Prison changed Rodney. The boy who walked in was gone within months, replaced by a man who learned quickly how to survive. He kept his head down, avoided gangs, but the weight of his innocence was a constant ache. For 2 decades, he fought from inside his cell, writing letters, filing appeals, begging for anyone to believe him. Then, after 20 long years, the truth emerged. His stepbrother, now older, ill, and haunted by guilt, confessed. He admitted to killing his husband in a fit of rage and framing Rodney because Rodney had been home that night. It was easy, too easy. The betrayal was complete, and the damage irreversible. Even with the confession, the justice system moves slowly. Old cases are hard to overturn, but Rodney now has a legal team, a small army of lawyers and advocates fighting to clear his name. His goal isn't just freedom, it's justice. Justice for the decades stolen from him. Justice for the years spent locked away for a crime he didn't commit. Justice for the life that should have been his. In the end, Rodney Banks' story is more than a tragedy. It's a warning that the truth can be buried by lies, that innocence can be erased by betrayal, and that sometimes the most dangerous enemy is the one you call family. Thanks for listening, and don't forget to subscribe.